So I'm going to be situated in this area. I probably will shoot from a little bit further down. So I got a nice seat here conveniently. From my angle, I'm seeing this nice diagonal composition. So starting with Rob up here, Carla in the middle, and then Nick further down. So it creates a really nice leading line. As far as camera settings go, I am at 24 millimeters on a Sigma 24-70 lens. I am shooting at 1/80th of a second, f3.5, and ISO 800. And the 800 is to really kind of pick up the ambient light from the RA back there. So let's give this a shot. Got all our lights turned on, Alex? Cool. I just want to make sure that we're catching enough light on you. So we might want to wrap this one around a little bit more. The light on Carla looks really good. And the texture of her dress is really nice because it's picking up a lot of that light. Let's try that. We're still a little too hot on his face, and I think we might want to throw that CTO on the light. Maybe, what do we have, like quarter, half?
Yeah, about a quarter.
Let's try a quarter.
Sure.
I put this light over here, kind of in the corner, as a potential motivated light source. So we might want to bring that in kind of next to him if we end up liking how this warmer gel looks, because then it looks like that light is coming from an actual lamp. Thanks. I think we could even go half, just to warm it up a little bit more. And then I like how that looks, so we might pull that lamp in, just kind of position it next to you, so it makes sense why that would be a warm light source. Anytime you can kind of make it seem like your light is coming from a believable light source, it's really going to add to the authenticity and believability of the scene. I'm going to grab you that pencil. It's hard to sketch without a sketching utensil. You can actually doodle in there if you want. Let's get him a drink.
Yellow or clear?
Let's go yellow. Yellow, purple, contrasting colors. It's that whole color theory thing.
That's strong. Okay.
Some strong apple juice you got there. All right, you got a drink, perfect. And again, Carla, you're just kind of like peeking over your shoulder. Maybe like a coy little smile, like, hey, look at me, I'm cute, pay attention. I like the color temperature here. Can we bring the light into frame? Maybe kind of like even right in front of the stand here. Sure. And when I get my plate, I'll just pull that light out.
Mm-hmm. Sitting right in here.
Yeah, which hopefully it doesn't block the light, but if it does, leave it off for a second because it's going to add some spill. We may block some of that light with it, but we'll cross the bridge when we get to it. I think we can move the light a little bit closer to him. We may end up pushing him that way just a little bit, but let's just do this one step at a time here.
About there?
Yep. Let's turn the light on, see what it does as far as ambient. We may have some spill we don't like, but this is an opportunity we can get a plate, you know, a couple shots with it on, with it off. See what we like. So this is adding some light spill onto the table. I do really like the motivational aspect of this light, so I think we're gonna stick with that. I wanna scoot this whole thing back like 6 inches or so if we can. And I think we're okay leaving that light there for now, but let's just get you kind of scooted back a tiny bit. That's probably good. Nothing too crazy. It's a nice arrow you got there. I have this bag next to him as well. You know, he's got to be carrying his sketchbook in something. So any kind of little detail that you can add to the set, to the scene, to increase the believability, make it feel more lived in, those are the details we want. Yeah, so I just shifted him over a little bit because we have a certain distance between Rob and Carla here, and then we had a little bit of a wider distance between Carla and Nick, and I wanted to just kind of close this gap a little bit more, just so the spacing is a bit more even. So I think we're good. The light on you looks great. Carla, I don't think we need to change too much with the light on you. We could warm that up a little bit, maybe with the quarter. I don't think it needs to be as warm as this one,
Sure.
But let's just throw that on. So I kind of like to address things one step at a time. Kind of helps keep me in check, and then you have to change too many things at once, you don't like it, you don't know what to change back. Sometimes this is just kind of how you have to work into a scene. So I'm just checking my frame here. One thing I am noticing is I'm seeing this light stand here, and I'm seeing the yellow, especially from the sandbag below. This is the reason that you take plates. Sometimes you got to put a light stand where it needs to be to get the right light on a person, but it's obviously going to be in the scene. So you just scrap that once the shoot's over, pretty much clear everything out that's obsolete, and you get the plate of that. Now, as you guys probably notice, I am not shooting tethered. I am not shooting on a tripod. For me personally, I like having the option of being able to move around a little. So on some of these scenes, you'll see me kind of changing my elevation, changing my location. A lot of times I'll just find a composition kind of naturally working into it, and I don't want to lock myself down into one spot. Okay. I am focusing on Nick here. He's front and center. Again, he's kind of the main character here. And because I'm shooting at 3.5, I may have a little bit more blur as I go back, but I'm also shooting really wide. So we're still going to get a lot of detail the further back we go. I think the bar looks pretty good. We're getting some nice light on the clock. It's feeling a little bit cluttered with the wine glass, I think, so maybe kind of move that out of frame. And then if we can shift the shot glass and the, I don't know anything about alcohol, Rob, so you're gonna have to forgive my terminology here, but this jigger and your Everclear martini, shift this over to your left a little bit. All right, so I think bar probably looks good. Let's just double check that. So I'm happy with the set. I really like this leading line. I like this chair here as well as kind of this interesting foreground element. It's kind of like a big purple blob in front of the screen, but actually is nice because it adds depth and it obscures some of the details in the bar that we don't necessarily need to see. So let's work you guys into your poses. I think you're pretty much there anyway, but now that we've addressed everything else, we can focus on pinpointing exactly what we're looking for as far as emotion goes.